Hello live wires, Heather Boyd Wire here, and welcome to my channel for all kinds of wire art and jewelry making tutorials and live streams. Today I'm going to make some wire wrapped sea glass with flat wire. These were inspired by some designs that I made last weekend at the Viva Vida Art Gallery in the Pointe Claire village in Montreal. I was doing a live in-person workshop and just playing around with the wire. What you're going to need for this project is flat wire. I have aluminum flat wire, and this one is a mix of copper and tin. This was from my stained glass days that I had, and I just flattened it myself with the rolling mill. I have my tools, cutters, flat pliers, round pliers. These are manufactured sea glass, a decorative glass from Michaels. I have a big pot here. And I'm using 22 and 24 gauge wire. So I'm going to start with the oval piece, and this is the flat copper wire, and I'm just going to measure about how much I need. I'll cut it a little longer than what I think. Just go between 1/2 inch to 1 inch beyond each side. Give it a little clip, and then we want to just measure it. So this is going to be centered underneath the glass. Hold it in place and just bend this one over, flip it a bit, and then bend this one over here just so it stays nicely in place. So we're just going to do that, and then we want to turn the edges, so we can remove that and then decide how big you want your loops to be. And we're just going to cut this one to about, looks like about 5/8 of an inch. Could be longer if you want. Then we'll take our round pliers, just hold the edge and just turn it around. So just around a little bit. Then you can get your flat pliers to pinch it in a little bit. You could put it to check the position. If you want it pushed back more, you can. You would just take your round pliers again and just rotate it back a little more. And then just push this so that part is closed. Now if you want this loop to be bigger, just cut this length a little bit longer. So now instead of like 5/8, maybe we'll cut it to more 3/4 of an inch. Give it a clip. Again, get your round pliers and then take this and bend it. Just bend it back. Bend it all the way back. And then we're just going to check this again, see if we like the position, and if you're happy with it, now we can wrap. So now we're going to get 24 gauge wire, or you can use 22, and just hold this in place here. Take the end and just wind it around a few times. So just around and around and around. And then now we can cut it. You can give it a little pinch to flatten it down. Put the glass back in place. Try to keep it centered best you can. And then take this one and wind it around as many times as you want. And you can do it like in a row. You can crisscross them however you like the look of it. So just keep going until you're happy with it. You can use up all the wire if you want, or clip it earlier. And then now you need to twist it through here. Just take the end with your needle nose pliers and then just push it through underneath here. Stick it right through slowly. You don't want to kink your wire, and then if you have to pick it up with your fingernail a little bit, you can. So just pull it and just give it a little wiggle. Bring it around again. And you can always put it through again if you want it a little more secure. And then pull the end again, give it a little wiggle, and then you can clip that. Give it a little clip. And then these ones, you can always bring them in a little bit if you have to. Just adjust it if you need. If you need to push that one back a little bit, just get your round pliers again. You can still adjust this if you need to, push it in a little bit. And there you have your really funky, simple wrapped pendant. So you can compare them. This is the one I did in the workshop with the 24 gauge wire, and this one I just did with the 22 gauge wire. It's a slightly thicker. So for this one, we're going to cut a piece of the flat aluminum wire and just decide which you want to be the top and bottom of your pendant, and just hold this in place. I'm going to put this one on a bit of an angle, and we're just going to wrap it one way and push it a bit with your finger, and then this side you can do a little bit too. Push it a little bit, and then we just want to push it in. The aluminum wire is pretty soft and easy to work with, and then we want to roll back the ends. So get your round pliers, put it in place where you want to roll the end, and just take this and roll it around. Just decide where you want to roll that in, so just hold that, roll it around. You can remove it and just keep pushing these down so they're in the position that you want. And then we're just going to clip the ends. So we'll just give that one a little bit of a clip, and this one too. Hold it in place and give it a little bit of a clip. And then you can take your round pliers again and just curve it around. And this one too, take the round plier and curve it around so you have them closed like that. If you need, you can get your flat pliers and just adjust it in a little bit so these edges are actually closed. This side too, push it in like that, push it in, so those are closed loops. So now you can put it back on your glass. You can open it a little bit if you have to. So we're just going to push it back in place, and then we're going to get our wires. I'll cut about 18 inches of the 22 gauge wire, and then now I'm just going to stick it through one of the loops, and then I'm going to bring it around to the back of the piece, and then I'm going to take this one and put it through that loop. So we'll just stick it through this, and it's really going to vary depending on how you position your loops. I wouldn't worry too much about it. And then I'm just going to pull this one back here so it makes like a little line like that, and then we can bring it through a few times if you like. So we're just going to bring this one around, hold that in place, and then bring this one around here and put it through again. Just bring that through there, and you can put it through as many times as you want. You can just come through here, and then if you want to go a third time, we can go through here and put it through again. This is the part where you can just get creative and do how you like. Put it through again and then bring it over here. It's also going to depend on the shape of your stone. So now we're going to come through here, and then we could just bring it up, straighten it if you have to, put it back through that loop. I'm just going to bring it back through there, around here, and then we can bring this one up. And then you can go through a third time if you want, and if you don't have enough wire, you can just finish it off. So we could just bring this one here and this one here. This one we're going to have to bend up on an angle, so just get your round pliers, and at the center point just give it a little push up here, and then wind this one around. So that's going to finish it in place, and try to center it where you want at the top of the glass. So you can even wind it around a couple of more times if you want. And then we're just going to give that a little clip. And all you have to do is the little bail at the top. So we're just going to bend that way. So now we'll get our looping pliers or the bail making pliers and just hold it in place. And we're just going to make a double or a triple loop around, depending on how fancy you want the loop to be. So we're just going to keep holding that, bring that around so it looks nice with 3. Just pull that in there, take this and wind it around the top, just around there. Remove the pliers and give that a little clip. And then if you have to do any finishing touches, you can. And there we have the sea glass. And you can compare it to the one I did in my workshop. This one is with 24 gauge wire and this is with 22 gauge wire. So thanks so much for watching the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for lots more wire art and jewelry making videos. Hit the notification bell to be notified when I go live and when I post new videos. And if you'd like to share photos of your wire art and jewelry, be sure to join the Wire Makers Club on Facebook. And if you'd like to check out my work on Etsy, my husband and I specialize in custom wedding cake toppers and funky jewelry. I also have a mailing list, so if you'd like to sign up below, I'll send you my Wire Art Essentials ebook. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you the next time.